How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to history of one of the situations, in reference to the Hartford Insurance Company and their attempts of murder. They hired, I guess, some detective in Indiana that had went out to California to try to murder me. And they've been burning my upper lip. I guess the Hartford Insurance Company uses a satellite with the CIA detective or something that was trying to frame me, trying to call me a fake. My teeth are real. This motherfucker just calls everything fake and then starts burning and frying people's identities. I want Hello, Howdy Doody Show and Mickey Mouse Club. How you guys doing? You guys got the footage, information from shows I was on, right? And other TV shows growing up. You guys know who my parents are, right? But anyways, in reference to the Hartford Insurance Company, and I was riding in Dusty Sorg's MX-6 Mazda, which is a foreign car. It's a Japanese car, And I was a passenger. See, I was at my apartment, and then he came over one morning, kind of hesitant, or it was like close to the afternoon or whatever time it was. I just, was sleeping, and I had a girlfriend there, and I was asleep. We were asleep, but he came over and he needed me to drive him to the airport, or needed me to ride with him to the airport because he had to go somewhere really bad or something. He had to go home or something. But I was a passenger in the vehicle, so I wasn't driving his vehicle or anything like that. We were driving down Sunset Boulevard, and you know where the Sahara Hotel is? Or motel, it's a motel. Where they filmed the movie Species. The model girl was in the movie, and Forrest Whitaker, how you doing? And some other people was in, and what's his name? Michael Madsen was in that movie too. But and some other people too. It's very important. But we were driving down there, and this vehicle, it was a GMC Jimmy truck that pulled in front of us. Now, note the information. I'm a passenger in the vehicle. And they crashed, or this other truck, the GMC Bronco Jimmy style truck, turned in front of us. So then he hit the side of it, broadsided it. But the man made an illegal turn. I mean, he didn't even look right. He didn't really cautiously drive or whatever. But the front of the vehicle got smashed up like this. It's a red MX-6. There is photographs of it, and it needs to be put on a website too. But this detective, or the CIA detective or FBI detective, my mother had already sued their branch of government before for trying to murder me back in the 80s. But this man thought it was his way to get in on another attempts of murdering me. I mean, his tricks. Because he was working for these people that was trying to steal land in Indianapolis that my mother owned, And so, the car was all smashed up. I even sent pictures back from California. And I was covered under the underinsured motorists of the Hartford Insurance Company. Now, note the information. I was a passenger. It wasn't in my vehicle. And the underinsured motorist is a insurance policy that if you were in an accident in somebody else's car, that your own insurance would cover things, But this detective and these government people I don't know if Tammy Sedin had connections with any of these CIA or FBI people that tried to murder me that came from Indiana. I'm not sure. But they were telling her, or they were manipulating her, or she was involved with these men. I'm not sure, but she was my attorney. But, my own insurance company was fighting me. And they were withholding the monies instead of paying me. And it went on for 3 years. Or how many years did it go on in California? 3 years or something? No, it wasn't that long. Maybe 2 years or something. You have to look it up. But then there was another situation here in Indianapolis when this lady tried to broadside my van. She crashed into me. And then the swoopy SWOPE law offices never paid me a fucking thing. The lady ran the red light or whatever, But I had an injured shoulder, and I was coming back from Lowe's department store. I was putting wood out here for a wood deck, you know, because it kind of gets muddy out here sometimes in the yard. But, you know, I just needed something just to make it look decent. But anyways, I'd buy discount wood, you know, and go through the checkout and be like, oh, how much is this wood? How much is that wood? You know, basic information. But then this lady crashed into me or something. But that's another story. But anyways, back to the other Hartford Insurance Company. They tried to murder me. They've been frying me with satellites for over 20 fucking years, I guess. These people are tied in with these CIA people. And they tried to steal my lawsuit monies. Now, when I was in California, I had to send money back to deposit into a bank here. And when I did that, these people in Indiana stole my fucking money out of my checking account that was here. So then they kept stealing the money. I mean, and, but back to the other point of when I was in California and after the accident, the insurance company tried to murder me. And the insurance company and this detective who was in the FBI or CIA was trying to call me a fake. Even when Dr. Chu had x-rays of my spinal cord, x-rays of my anatomy, x-rays of my teeth and face, and he knew it was a real accident. Obviously, he was a spinal cord physician, you know. And these people kept terrorizing me. These government people I'd go to the store, and then somebody would be staring at me like they were trying to act like they thought I was some fake or some shit, like they thought somebody was faking it. I kept working after the accident. I still kept trying to work. And, you know, I've had an injured back. Or, you know, these people have tried to break my back over 30 times or something in the past 20 years. But, you know, the vehicle I was riding in was an MX-6 Mazda. And, you know, my mother and father had business with Japanese people and some other Asian countries, you know. But this is a point of these racists or whoever they are that's been terrorizing me. But, you know, the activity of me riding in his vehicle and the vehicle crashing. Then this detective, the FBI and CIA man, was trying to murder me and trying to call me a fake when the x-rays are documented. My spinal cord is documented. Everything's documented. And this government man was trying to murder me. And then he tried to rape me. This FBI, CIA man that was from Indiana, that was out in California, was trying to rape me. And, you know, my mother had court cases against Indiana holding me hostage back in the 80s. So this was like, this is when I was out in California. So it was like 96, 90, maybe it was like, not 96, but like 98 or 99. Was it 98? 1998. But anyways, these people have been trying to murder me all these years. They fucked up my teeth. They're tied in with the other satellite controllers that fucked up my face and teeth. And, you know, I was a passenger in the vehicle. Dusty Sorg's MX-6. He used to work at Mel's Drive-In too. But I was a passenger in his vehicle. So, you know, my insurance company was refusing to pay. But Allstate paid, and they paid right away, kind of, you know. But because they knew it was an accident or whatever. And but then the Hartford Insurance Company was trying to play tricks on me. And they tried to murder me. I don't know if they shot at me or what. But their office is over on Louth Properties. And they're all tied in with the CIA, I guess, or the Homeland Security Office that's over at Louth Properties. And they had shot at me. Somebody had shot at me over there when I was cleaning parking lots. So basically, you know, I was a passenger in my vehicle. I mean, not my vehicle. Excuse that. I was a passenger in his vehicle. I wasn't a passenger in my vehicle. It was in his vehicle that I was a passenger. And they messed with my mouth. Anyways. And so it's not the fault of the insurance company. And it's not my fault. But the insurance policy covered me if I had been riding in somebody else's vehicle and got injured. And I had gotten injured being a passenger in somebody else's vehicle. But then my own insurance company tried to murder me. And I'm not sure if the Ray family was involved in that. Meaning in reference to any person of their family, I'm not sure. And then they said that Frank Sinatra had been tampering with Tammy Sedin which was was the attorney. And then somebody had tried to say that Frank Sinatra had phone calls with her or something. And this government man was accusing me of drugs and shit. When I was a pastor, I've never done drugs. I always worked my job when I worked somewhere. I always, normal schedule, worked at jobs, didn't have no missed days of any, except I had injuries from spinal cord, but meaning like prior to the car accident, I've always worked my job or whatever, and still kept working though as a waiter at Mel's Drive-In on Sunset Boulevard. And I worked at Le Petit Four too, and some other places. But during the accident was Mel's Drive-In. Now, I've been